Weeks ago you may have joined me when I made a video of me varnishing some pictures. Well, I had to have a bit of a break because I was appearing in a play with my drama group, and so I've come back to them today. I've got a bit of a cold, so that's why I sound a bit freaky, but I've come back to them today where I left them drying, and I can really see a few like brush marks in the varnish. So I can't even remember now who it is. I can say I did it, so I really apologise, but I saw someone varnish their pictures with one of these sponge brushes, and it seemed to leave quite a nice finish on them, so I'm going to attempt using one of these today just to see if we can get rid of some of these little lines that are in the varnish from last time. So here we go. Yeah, it's so weird actually coming back to this. It feels like about a year ago that I last did any painting or varnishing. So I'm hoping, well, my plan was originally I was going to make loads and loads and loads of paintings and get on all the craft fairs for Christmas, but that didn't work out. I missed all the deadlines, so there's a possibility that I could be appearing in a pop-up shop in the new year, somewhere within our little borough. And I'm also looking into various ways that you can sell stuff online, but I just need to find my painting mojo again, I suppose. Yeah, we've all had terrible colds all through this last play. Much admiration for the boys. They was out there every night singing and coughing and spluttering as soon as they came off stage. Felt really sorry for them, and then I caught it the week before the play, and then it cleared, so there must have been an angel looking after us. But it cleared, and then the day after we finished I came down with it again, so it was fated. But yeah, so I'm now coming back to where I left off, and it just feels like an age. I've still been watching all my watching all the videos. Some of the things you people have come up with, oh my god, fabulous work. I'm terrible with names. I must try and, it's ridiculous. I can learn lines for a play, but I'm terrible with names, so I really apologise. There are so many of you out there that I admire. Wiggles is one. Anne Ridderhoff, is that her name? Oh god, I hope so. So rude. Anne is brilliant. Both me and my mum love watching her over night time before bed. We occasionally see Mixed Media Girl, she's fantastic. I'm kind of liking this sponge, but it does feel very weird compared to the brush. There's not a lot of, normally when I do this with a brush there's lots of drips down the side and you can feed it back up onto the painting, but there doesn't seem to be much spilling off. There is a few bubbles in there. I like that, actually, how thick it looks like it's gone on the canvas, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Right, I think what I'll do is I'll leave that one for, I think this stuff takes about 3 hours, so I'll come back to it in about 3 hours. Yeah, I really like how the varnish looks having used this brush, to be honest. It just looks, it's more like a resiny finish than a brushed varnish, so that is good. Just taking off any drips now before I move it into our living room to dry. back in a sec. So these are the two little seascape ones that I did. I don't think I've shared videos for them yet, but a friend asked me to do a couple more, and I think she's interested in buying one, so fingers crossed one of these will be good. But yeah, again, lots of brush strokes. So I'm really hoping that the varnish and sponge will have a better effect on it. I've gone over it just with some kitchen roll, kept them all covered and whatnot, but you can never really know. I think this is about the only time I'm quiet. Well, no, I tell a lie. I'm quite a chatty, bubbly person, but in my own company, I do like my quiet. It's nice to chat to you guys, though. I've kind of wished I could do more, but I live in a bit of a noisy area, so it's sometimes easier just to put a bit of music over the top, speed things up. Yeah, this sponge is much better. Guess the truth will be in how they dry, but they look really good. When I've used the brush before, it's left loads of brush marks in it, but this is so smooth. It looks like, well, the closest thing to resin. I've just set the timer on my oven to tell me when 3 hours has passed. Let's do one along this way. I've watched so many videos on how to varnish pictures, and everyone seems to do it so meticulously. I'm terrible. I don't have the patience, but the way I've been doing them doesn't seem too bad, so they always look quite nice when I've done them, so try to get them to go across as uniform as I can. But then that's what I've quite enjoyed about this process. I'm normally so if I draw a picture, it has to really look like it, and that was a terrible thing I had in school. I used to spend so much time on still lifes and stuff trying to make them look what they actually looked like, that I've really quite enjoyed discovering this paint technique. And you know, just the act of mixing the paint and stuff is so unpredictable that I mean, you know, a couple of the videos I've shared, I've had to put music on because I've had like major meltdowns because the paint didn't do what I thought it was going to do, or I sat and planned massive pictures and stuff, and they've not come out, and I've just broke down in tears halfway through making them. It's not a good way to be. I do like to be in control of situations I'm in, but when I'm not, you know. But this is why I quite enjoy this paint. I think it puts me in my place, teaches me a lesson to be a little bit more spontaneous with stuff. And I actually really like how some of these come out. There's a few that have really amazed me, that have come out completely different to how I'd planned. Like that one I keep saying I'm going to keep. That one I really had no idea, and then I didn't have enough paint for it, so I had to make a third cup, and then somehow I must have just layered them in the right order, because at the end you would never have known I'd had to put a third cup on there. I loved it. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to continue using this brush, I think. So what inspires you guys? Tell me, is there anything that you watch, or, you know, I sometimes, my friend's always at the Lido, local Lido, and she often paints pictures, and she posts photographs of when she's at the Lido, and I always think, oh, I feel like doing a painting now, because it will look like this. I did my Loki a couple of weeks ago. I keep saying I'm going to try and do a Thor one, but I haven't got around to that yet. And I don't know, different little things you watch. Although I've been watching, I've been re-watching Sons of Anarchy lately. Started watching the Mayans, and as soon as it started I was like, oh, I need some Jacks. So I've been re-watching Sons of Anarchy. But there we go. So that's another quite a nice one I like with this brush. This is my Iridescent Dreams number 2, which I shared this week. Or a few weeks ago, depending on when this video goes up. And I've just noticed that, see, with the brush, completely skipped these parts where there's a few little bubbles. I'll fill them in first. So my friend across the other side of our little country commissioned me to make a nice big picture for her living room, so I haven't shared the video for that yet, that's coming, but I've got to varnish that at some point this week because that's now almost ready. That was incredible. We had to remove half the furniture from our living room, and we made a wooden frame so that we could lift it up and manipulate the paint, move the paint around. It was fun, but a bit stressful, so I don't think I'll be doing many big ones. Again, going back to that being in control business, I had planned it. I told her, oh, if I do this, if I do that, you know, I mean, I watched it extensively. I watched loads of videos on YouTube, and I was like, right, that's the technique I'm going to use, and that's how it's going to come out. But of course, I should never anticipate that it would. It came out completely different, and thankfully she still likes it. But I was gutted. I was gutted that it didn't come out how I'd wanted it to. Still a fantastic picture though. The sponge brush is definitely better than a brush. Oh. And then I wanted to go over this one again. Because I don't know. This seems to be a little bit dewy. Do tell me where in the world you're watching from. I always find that amazing, you know, that within a click of a button someone across the world could be watching you like I watch your videos. It's just an awesome thing to bring people together, and I must say the fluid art community is just so friendly, especially on Instagram. Lots of lovely people on Instagram, so I give a shout out to you. Not many people have found me on Twitter yet, but I guess once you're on one platform you don't need them on everyone. I used a different paint on this one, so I don't know if it's the paint reacting with the varnish or not, but it just seems to be a little bit knobbly bobbly, this one. I don't know. Maybe it was the brush I used before. So there we go, another little varnishing afternoon with me. We've discovered that these work. Definitely use these for varnishing. I spent a lot of money on a brush and it just leaves lots of little lines in it, so use these little things you get in the kits. Brilliant, look how lovely that is. Oh. Right. Well, thanks again for joining me. if you quite like joining me on these afternoons where I talk to myself, or and my other videos, please do give us a like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and I do have a page on Facebook. But do come and join us. Let me know where you're watching from. It's always cool to chat to people and, you know, help each other out. And I'll see you again soon. Hopefully minus a cold.